Hi guys, it's George back here with another vlog, and today I'm back here at Disney's Hollywood Studios for my first visit in a couple years. I really enjoyed this park last time I was here. It's the first Disney park of this trip, and yeah, it's a great park. There's some great attractions and I'm really looking forward to getting around, seeing them all again, as well as talking about the future of this park, because there is a lot to look forward to in regard with this park. To start with, I think I'm going to head over to Sunset Boulevard and go for a ride on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, because that was one of my favourite rides here last time. I absolutely love that. But there are so many good attractions here and areas. You've got Toy Story Land, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. There's so much to see at this park, and I'm really looking forward to getting back in and seeing it all again. I don't know about you, but this hotel looks a little bit dodgy if you ask me. Look at this, really well themed. Of course, you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy, one of these at Disneyland in California, California Adventure. Yeah, it used to be a Tower of Terror, but it got rethemed. And as much as I enjoyed that one, you can't beat the feeling of walking into the Hollywood Tower Hotel for the first time. Of course, you've also got this attraction at Paris as well, and also Tokyo, but it's a very different theme in Tokyo. Not too much longer now till we get on the ride. And of course, I can take you on ride here at the Disney parks as well. Right,
You're the
here we
passengers
go.
on most income elevator, about to ascend into your very own episode of The Twilight Zone. One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator into a nightmare. That door is opening once again, and this time, it's opening for you.
Elevator start now.
You are about to discover what lies beyond the 5th dimension, beyond the deepest, darkest corner of imagination, in the Tower of Terror. A warm welcome back to those of you who made it, and a friendly word of warning. Something you won't find in any guidebook. The next time you check into a deserted hotel on the dark side of Hollywood, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling, or you may find yourself a permanent resident of the Twilight Zone.
So I've just had a ride on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Absolutely fantastic ride. Yeah, I don't know how much came up of it on the GoPro, so depending on how much comes up will be depending on how much I put in the vlog. So I might only put a little bit in, if not loads comes up. But yeah, it's a really great fun ride. So of course you start off by getting into the service elevator. You then see a couple of scenes. You lift up a little bit and you move forwards into the main shaft itself, where then you're launching up and down. It's like a shot tower. It's like you drop down a couple of times, then it launches you upwards and down. You get a decent cycle on there, like quite a lot of dropping on there, and then like when it launches you up to the top, you get some airtime, and it drops you back down again. You get some really good airtime on there. You've only got a seatbelt on there, which is really good. And yeah, it's a great story, and the atmosphere in there as well, from when you walk into the hotel. Like you walk in there and you go into the pre-show room, which is the library, and the staff in there, like they come in and they're just looking at you very unwelcoming, in a very unwelcoming way, really building up that atmosphere. Like the staff aren't particularly friendly in there, but of course that's part of the story of it, and it just makes it even more, like little things like that really immerse you in the experience. It's a fantastic ride, and it's even better when you only wait 30 minutes for it. Normally that gets a massive queue. I remember queuing ages for that last time, so yeah, it was good to get on there fairly quickly. So now I'm going to go for a ride on Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Yeah, this is an indoor Vekoma launch coaster with 3 inversions, and this is actually going to be getting a retheme in the not so distant future. So of course it's been Rock and Roller Coaster for a long time. I believe it opened in 1999, so it's had this theme for a long time. And of course you did have the Rock and Roller Coaster in Disneyland Paris as well, but that was rethemed to Iron Man a few years ago. And this is going to be getting rethemed into the Muppets. So of course you've got Muppets Vision 3D over at the other side of the park, which is a show, I believe. I didn't go in last time, but I will go in this time. Well, I'd like to go in today because that's going to be changing as well. So the Muppets Vision 3D is going to be going to make room for future attractions, which I'll talk about later. And instead, they're going to be taking over this roller coaster. Yes, so yeah, this is going to be turning into a Muppets themed roller coaster, which is going to be quite exciting. It is a shame to see the final Rock and Roller Coaster going because this is a really iconic ride. However, yeah, I'm going to go for a ride on it now. Like one more ride whilst it's still got this original theme. Right then, so good news and bad news. Bad news is I got on the train and it went down, so I haven't been on Rock and Roller Coaster, but hopefully it'll open later. Good news is that I did get given a lightning lane because of the downtime, because of course we queued. I queued like over an hour in the single rider queue, but then yeah, I literally sat on the train, pulled the restraint down, they were about to send it, and then it's like Rock and Roller Coaster is experiencing a temporary delay, so they got us off the train, through into the X area, and they gave us a lightning lane, which is good. I can't use it on Slinky Dog Dash or Rise of the Resistance, which is a shame because when I first heard we were going to get a lightning lane, I was thinking, oh perfect, I'm going to use that on Slinky Dog Dash because that tends to get the biggest queues in the park. However, yeah, we're not allowed to use it on that one, but hopefully if this reopens later, then I can use it to go on this because this also gets pretty big queues. So hopefully if this reopens later, I can hopefully skip like an hour queue for that or so. Yeah, that would be ideal. So I'm now going to watch the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular just over here. Yeah, I didn't see this last time I was here at the park, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I've seen loads of like photos, videos of it over the years. It definitely looks like it's a good show, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and of course I'll put some highlights in of the show for the vlog. So unfortunately a lot of the show was cancelled there because of inclement weather. So yeah, there's a thunderstorm approaching, and yeah, it has just started to rain. So they only played about 5 minutes of the show with a few stunts in there. It was cool, however, yeah, it was a shame. I was expecting at least there to be like more of the show that they could run when there's inclement weather, considering it literally like just gets started and then it's like, yeah, inclement weather, the show's done. So yeah, that was a bit of a shame. However, they have got more on later, so maybe I'll go and watch one of the other ones if I get a chance to. If it carries on with the thunderstorm, I won't go back because I've seen the little bits there. But yeah, so instead I'm gonna go over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and I'm gonna go for a ride on Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, which is one of the best dark rides I've ever been on. It was my favourite dark ride until a couple of days ago when I went on Monsters Unchained at Epic Universe, but it's an absolutely incredible ride and I can't wait to get back on it. And yeah, most of the queue line for this one is indoors, which is gonna be good for getting out of the rain.
BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batuu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pakara. I'll regroup with you there. The resistance...
We can't! We're caught in the tractor beam! It's pulling us in!
I'll get to the front and make this a fair fight! Don't worry, I'll come back for you! Stay strong!
Is there anything we can do? No. No, the tractor beam will be too strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves. Prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Here we go then, we've just been captured by the First Order. It never gets old walking into this room. Of course, I've ridden this ride in California and also here before, but it never gets old walking in here.
You will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
With seatbelts securely fastened. Keep
There we
hands,
go.
arms, feet and legs inside the transport and
Making our
supervise your
escape.
children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. A probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, go for the pressure.
Your cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway?
Detention zone reached. Prisoners not seen on the There they are! Fire!
The escape pod just follow us. Take those down. Hurry! Hurry! No! I said down! This does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This destroyer's about to...
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance.
Escape pods came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck. All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant?
Rise of the Resistance. What a ride. Absolutely brilliant.
More escape pods down in Sector 4.
So I've had 2 rides on Rise of the Resistance. I just had to go again because it's absolutely incredible. No matter how many times you go on that, it is always an incredible experience. I've probably done it about 10 times overall now, whether that's been here or in California. I did it a few times in California, and yeah, I had 1 ride last time I was here, and I've just had 2 rides now. It is absolutely incredible. Starting off by going through the queue line, it is so well themed. You then go into the first pre-show room where you get told what your mission is. You then go into the simulator, where you're getting transported to the secret base, but then you get captured by the First Order, and then you get taken for questioning, and then of course you make your escape whilst on the ride, and you go to the secret base, and then you end up going the wrong way, and you need to find the escape pods, and then you drop down. It's absolutely incredible. The technology in there is incredible. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you can get so much enjoyment out of that. I've never watched Star Wars. I've never had any interest in watching Star Wars. However, it's an absolutely incredible ride. If you do love Star Wars, then you are going to be in your absolute element on there. It is one of the best rides in the world. So I've now left Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and I've headed over to Muppets Vision 3D. So this attraction is going to be closing in the next few days to make room for a new area here at the park. And it's not just this attraction, but it's this whole area that I'm standing in right here. You've got a couple of restaurants here. You've got Pizza Rizzo just behind me, as well as a couple of other shops. Yeah, this whole area is going to be closing in the next few days, so construction can begin for a brand new Monsters Inc. themed area, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Of course, this area was announced last year, and of course, this the signature attraction of this area is going to be a suspended coaster themed to the doors in Monsters Inc. Of course, that big door factory where all the doors are going on the rails, and you're going to be on this suspended coaster going around this warehouse with all the doors. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, by the time you're watching this vlog, this whole area is going to be closed off. Of course, Muppets is going to be coming to Rock and Roller Coaster, but we don't know too much about when Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be closing it. It's going to be happening either in 2025 or 2026. So yeah, there's not too much longer to experience that. But with Muppets Vision 3D, only a few days left for this one. So yeah, I'm going to head in there now and go and experience it. I've never experienced this before. It's some kind of 3D show. I don't think it's like a signature show. I'm imagining it's going to be something like It's Tough to Be a Bug at Animal Kingdom. But yeah, I'm going to go in and see what it's all about. So Muppet Vision 3D was quite fun there. So of course it was never meant to be like a signature attraction. It was always supposed to be a filler attraction, but it was nice to experience it before it closes. So yeah, I went in there into this big theatre and I was like, wow, this is really impressive. It was a really impressive theatre, considering it's just for a 3D show. They actually put quite a lot of effort into it. So then, yeah, of course it started, and it was more than just a 3D cinema. There were animatronics in there, so it started off by opening a curtain at the side, and some of the animatronics started speaking. More animatronics started showing up throughout the show, which was good. There were lots of different effects in there as well. There was some cool projections, mist effects, lighting effects, bubbles. There was quite a lot going on in there. It was good fun, and yeah, it was nice to experience it before it closes here at the park. However, yeah, I am really looking forward to Monsters Inc., which is going to be coming. That Doors roller coaster is going to be awesome. So it started raining again, which is absolutely lovely. But yeah, I am going to go into Rock and Roller Coaster because that's now back open, and I'm going to use my lightning lane for it. Of course, that I got earlier when I was about to get on, and then it broke down. So yeah, I'm going to use that now because I think it's on it was on a 65-minute queue when I looked on the app about just as I came out of Muppet Vision. So yeah, it's probably not that much different. It tends to get some pretty big queues, this one. Oh, here we go. This restraint is killing my shoulders. So Rock and Roller Coaster was pretty good fun there. It started off pretty rough, however, it does get smoother after those first couple of inversions. It's pretty much exiting the inversions where it's a bit rough, but when you're not going through the inversions, it's a lot better. It's definitely better than Express Platform 13 at Wallaby Holland, which is the same layout as that, however, outside. So yeah, it's definitely smoother than that one. But yeah, it's a good fun ride. Some good inversions in there, pretty intense inversions. I was towards the back of the train getting some good whip over them. There's some good theming in there as well. The onboard sound really makes it. It's a good fun ride. So it's now time for a ride on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Advertised 40-minute queue, only waited about 20, so that's pretty good. Here we go. Where's Goofy? He should be poking his head through the window any minute.
Testing, this thing on. Can you all hear me way back in the back? Welcome aboard, folks. We're ready for a relaxing ride around the park. Hey, Mick and Minnie. bouncing right around the park. And thanks for sticking with me. Hey, picnickers! Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
Nothing can stop us now. I am so
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is a fantastic ride. Of course, you can find it here at Hollywood Studios or at Disneyland in California. And depending on which one you're at, the facade and queue line are pretty different. However, the ride is very similar. With this one, of course, you go into the Chinese theatre just here. This used to be the home to the Great Movie Ride. But yeah, this took over this building. I believe it was 2020 it opened. It's a fantastic ride. What I love with that is how there's not actually that many scenes in there, but what they do with the scenery in there is really impressive. How they make it so you look at one wall and then whilst you're looking in one direction, everything behind you is changing to a different look. So then by the time you start moving again, it looks like you're in a completely different place. It's like that section where you start off and you go into that other room and you watch the screen and they fall down the waterfall and into the water, and then you reverse backwards again and it's all turned into like underwater, and then you go out into the factory scene, and then of course you've got the machinery that looks like it's going to crush you up, but then they switch it off and then it all changes to like a nice park, like greenery, and that's the end of the ride where they get to the park and they're having their picnic. It's a fantastic ride. It's done so well. The technology in there is brilliant, with the trackless ride system as well. It's a brilliant ride. And here's a look at Slinky Dog Dash, the Mack family coaster here at the park. Advertised at a 65-minute queue. I was going to queue up for it, however I'm not liking the look of that grey cloud behind it, and it has started to rain a bit more now, so I'm a bit concerned that this is going to go down in a minute. So instead I'm going to go on Toy Story Mania, which is the indoor dark ride just over there, because I don't fancy queuing an hour for this, for them to then go and announce that it's down due to inclement weather, which yeah, I think is going to happen within the next probably about half an hour. But it is a really fun ride. It looks amazing off-ride. Let's go. Right, this is the real one now.
Keep that clogs out of the head now. Nicely done. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's quite knackering. Gotcha, there we go.
Hurry, you're running out of time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I've just had a ride on Toy Story Mania, which was good fun. And here's a look at Alien Swirling Saucers, the flat ride they've got in the area. Very well themed this, very colourful. It's a really nice ride. It's on a pretty big queue, otherwise I would go on it, because you get a pretty short cycle. I don't fancy waiting a long time for this. Slinky Dog Dash is also on 70 minutes, so I'll give that a miss for now as well. And instead I'm going to head back into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So now I'm going to go for a ride on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, and this one has got a single rider queue. Whoa! Press the blue buttons.
Keep shooting. They've locked on to us. Take it easy, action.
More buttons, there we go. There we go, you just saw some footage there from my ride on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. It's a fantastic simulator attraction, so immersive. The fact that you can interact with it is absolutely brilliant. Of course, you've got 3 different positions on there. You've got the pilots on there, the gunners, and also the engineers as well. I was one of the engineers, so you just press any of the buttons when it lights up. The gunners, of course, fire, they shoot stuff to defend the ship, and then of course you've got the pilots that steer. I'll tell you what, we needed some better pilots on there though. They were shaking us around all over the shop, crashing into everything. What's really cool with that though is the fact that if you do steer steer it one way, it actually goes that way. So that's really cool. It's like you can avoid crashing into all these things and you steer around them. But yeah, they were crashing into everything on there. So yeah, it was a bit shake, rattle and roll that one. But that's one of the most aggressive rides I've ever had on that. So yeah, depending on how nice your pilots are feeling, or depending on how well they can steer it, will depend on how aggressive your ride is. But I tell you what, it can shake you around a lot. It can be quite aggressive, especially if you have got pilots that are crashing into everything. It does shake you around a lot. So if you've got motion sickness, might be one to stay away from. So I've just had another ride on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, which was fantastic, and now I'm going to watch Wonderful World of Illuminations, the nighttime spectacular here at the park. So there's actually two nighttime spectaculars here. There's this one, which is like projection mapping and fireworks on the Chinese Theatre, and then you've also got Fantasmic, which is on the Hollywood Hills Amphitheatre. I'm going to watch this one because I have seen Fantasmic before at Disneyland in California, and I haven't seen this one before, so I thought I'd come and see this one. Because I was going to watch it last time, but then because of inclement weather, it was cancelled. So yeah, I'll watch this one this time, and then I'll watch Fantasmic another time.
Got the coolest friend in the world.
Asked my Pedro for help. She sent me you.
So you've just seen some footage there from the wonderful world of animation. Yeah, about a 10-minute show there, lots of projection mapping in there, some fireworks as well, lots of cool lighting effects. Yeah, I did enjoy that. I thought it was a good show. I did really enjoy that. So overall, I think it was a good show. However, I feel like there were lots of points in there where it would have been a really good opportunity for fireworks, and it just never happened. It's like the music was pumping and it was like getting ready to build up, and it's like, oh, something's gonna happen, fireworks are gonna come, and then they just never came. That's the one thing that I thought a bit like about it, but I did like it. There were some good fireworks in there. I would have liked a few more, obviously, like where it was like building up quite a lot of tension and then it's just like nothing happens. But a lot of the time there were fireworks when it built up like that, or at least some kind of lighting effect. But then yeah, it would have been nice for a few more fireworks in there. But overall, I did think it was a good show, about 10 minutes in length, and it was a nice way to wrap up the day. It's been a great day here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It has rained quite a lot. However, the good thing with this park is that most of the attractions here are indoors. So even if it is raining, then most of the rides are going to stay open. Pretty much the only ride that's going to close during a thunderstorm is Slinky Dog Dash, and obviously I haven't done that today, but I have been on it before. I wasn't willing to queue that long for it today. Like the smallest queue I've seen it on today is like 55 minutes. I'm not willing to queue that long for it when I've been on it before, but it is a good fun ride. But everything else I've been on today has been really good. It was great to get back on Rise of the Resistance, one of my favourite dark rides in the world. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I had a couple rides on that today. Yeah, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Getting back on that was fantastic. I really do enjoy that ride. They've got some great attractions here at this park, and it's been a really good day. But that's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.